in this video, we will start with header. Go inside header.jsx and delete the existing blocks, or maybe let's comment it, and let's add a box and call it logo. Whenever you will use unknown keyword like logo, which is not directly connected to CSS or SCSS, it will be passed as it is. Like if I quickly save and go back, and if I right click and inspect, and inside header we have a div which has a logo class. So now you know how UI library is working. So let's add flex. We have a flex built in, and like I said earlier, if you are passing logo, which is not a CSS keyword at all, it will be passed as it is. But we have a couple of keywords that are like direct instead of passing like keyword and value. Like if you need to add display and column and flex, it will work same if you just pass flex. For now, use flex, and AIC is for align items center, and JCC is for justify content center. And let's add flex 1. The difference between flex and flex colon 1 is the flex will generate display flex, and flex 1 will generate flex 1 wait for that particular flex box. And inside the flex, let's call it go inside config, we have app name, and change it to Udemy and save. And now we can just pass app name and save. And now if we check, we have the logo right here. And now for the text, we have built-in text from Next.js UI, and let's move that to the end of the text. And for the text, we have from Next.js app UI. If you are not getting the text, because in the header.jsx we already imported the text, there are a couple of other components which are already imported from Next.js UI, because we are editing the existing file which I have built in the front end repo. We can of course change or just remove them, because let's keep it for now. Now we need to add S, and for the font size we will use S, and you can type any font size you want. For logo we can use like 50, it will generate font size 50. And for bold you can type bold, it will generate bold, like font weight bold. But if you want to pass a weight like 900 or 700, you can pass like give and value be 900, it will work. And if you save and check, it will generate font weight of 900 and with a font size of 50 pixels. Once again, if you quickly check those.scss, you will see inside header we are getting like where is font size actually, font S50. Okay, if you are not, you don't have to check again and again in Zeus.scss. All I'm trying to do is to show you how this UI library actually works. So just close it now. Okay, we need font size 50, that is S50, and we need font weight 900, and we have app name, and I'm thinking if we reduce the font size to 30, yeah, this is good. And if we can just lowercase the Udemy, this way it will look nicer, and we can keep U capital, and we can just do lowercase. Great. Now we need a dot, that is just for just to make this text is actually a logo and not just a fancy text written inside the header. You can add gradient with BGI, that is for background image, and type gradient dash to dash, and here you need to pass the angle. You can just directly pass top, right, bottom, and left, and you can type the angle. For now, let's use right, and after that you need to pass as many colors as you want. Let's add dollar primary, and I guess we should use direct color names, like let's use red and red with purple. And you need to add a direct class which is text clip. It will add text clipping, and if we save, we have this nice gradient. And what we are getting with text clip is we are getting added background clip text, and with BGI, that is background image, gradient to right, red, purple, is generating linear gradient to right. We have red, we have purple. You can add as many colors you want. There is no limit. Like if we add blue, yellow, and pink, it will keep adding colors again and again and again, but this doesn't look nice. Okay, so let's get back with red and purple. For now, it is nice. Right after the logo, let's adjust the padding. Here is our live Udemy website. We have logo, we have an explore with drop down, we have a search box, so we need to reduce the padding. Go back, and we have a padding of 5 view width. We need to change it to something like 2 view width. I guess it should work. Yeah, this is way better. And the next thing is we need this drop down, but we will skip this for now. We will add it later. For now, let's add a search box. Inside the Zeus.js UI library, we have search component. If just add and save, here we go, we have a nice search box. We don't have to create this from scratch, and we can add all input props right out of the box. We need to add a placeholder, and for placeholder we have search for anything. Let's add it. Search for anything, and let's add a gap of 20 or maybe 30. And for the radius, we have a couple of settings which we need to add. Whenever you will use the built-in components, there are two types of components inside library. First type of component is the core elements, like we have box, we have input, we have text area, selects. And the second type is ready-made components, like we have search. And whenever you need to change search, we have a couple of SCSS or CSS variables. We need to change that. Instead of passing as, and if you go, you can, of course you can do that. Like if I add radius 50, but as you can see, it is not working. But inside the search, it is getting added right here, border dash radius. If you take a look of the search component, we have an input, we have a button, which is for triggering or sending the search, and we have a switcher, that is like if you start typing about React.js, it will switch to the cross, that is for clearing this text right inside this search box. We have two solutions for changing props for the search box. First is if you add an exclamation mark at the end of prop, it is like passing not important. Whenever you want to override or add not important to any prop, you have to pass the exclamation at the end of the prop like this. But in this case, we have a built-in ready-made component. Instead of passing this exclamation mark, the best practice is to change variables. Like if you use the same search component, because it is built-in component from library, you are going to use search component on many pages. If you change directly inside as, it will only reflect on this component. You have to keep adding any other copy of component, and that is a bad practice. The best practice or the good practice is to keep is to change variables. If you go to search and you check inside variables, we have a lot of variables set up with a lot of components. We need to go inside search, and for search we have, if you go and filter search, or maybe minus search, here we have a radius, that is dash dash search dash radius. You can change this variable, but for variables to reflect, you don't have to pass directly here. That's removed, and go inside your theme.scss. In theme.scss we have light and dark setup, and we have global variables. So if I add search dash radius and I update the new value, like let's add 15 pixels, and this is the SCSS style of adding variables, so that we generate it dynamically instead of typing each time dash dash and all that. It will automatically generate these variables. We have search dash radius. You don't have to pass dash dash search radius, just add search dash radius, and it will be added in global scope. Here we go. Now if you reuse this search component on any of the page, it will reflect globally. Now if we go back to Udemy, it has a large search box, and I guess we should just change padding, and that is um, we have search padding. No, we have to pass it manually. Go back to header and add as, and padding should be like 10. It is not working, or maybe 10 is too low. If I cross and if we check padding 10, actually it is overriding the input dash dash sm. So let's add an exclamation. There we go, and maybe a little more, and change the radius to 25. Good, we are good. Now we need to add this navigation, and for navigation, if we go inside header, we have a couple of things. Like we have this nav, and this nav has this and the nav has array. If we go inside the nav, let's copy and paste and paste, and let's quickly create this navigation. We have um, Udemy business instructor, my learnings, and wish list. We have cart, we have this icon, and this is my DB. So let's add Udemy business, and we need to add instructor, and we need my learnings, my learning, and we need 3 icons link. So let's change label to icon, and icon will be from our on icon website, that is icons.zeus.com.pk slash slash will be our. So let's create an app, call it Udemy, create, and it will add a default icon set, that is icons X. It has 896 glyphs. So let's quickly select. We have a heart, because here is our wish list. We need a card. Search for card. Search for a bet, or maybe I guess I'm missing its name. If we add notification, yeah, there it is. Let's choose 2 of these, and now cross it. And one more thing I want to share is, even this UI is built with same UI library we are using in our Udemy. Now we need to check show selected. It will show the selected icons. If you keep adding like this, it will keep adding right here. Let's remove that, and now we need to click build, and it will generate an icon. We need to copy this link and go inside layout and just replace this link. Good. Now we can use this with an icon dash prefix. So let's add heart and a shopping cart and a notification and notification Bing. We will add it later. So right inside we have a link, and this link is from Next.js. Here it is, next/link. And for the key, I am replacing label, but I guess now we have icons. Let's add a label or icon, actually end dot icon and end dot label and end dot icon dot replace space with dash to lowercase and end dot href, and here we have end dot label. Now to add an icon, we have an icon component. Let's add end dot icon, then we will add an icon component, and otherwise we will just add end dot label. And this icon is from Zeus.js UI, and we need to pass the name. We don't have to pass icon dash, but if you don't want to use the icon, then you can add a box and pass as class with icon dash the icon name. But if you use the icon component, you don't have to keep rewriting icon dash. That is the prefix. So we will add here end dot icon. Now if we save, we will see we have Udemy Business, Instructor, My Learning, and all these icons. And for icon, we can pass the as, and the font size will be like 20, or maybe let's use 24. Yeah, good. And for the label, we will add the class name, that is white space free. This is a direct class which will add no white space, and that is if you go inside nav and select anchor, it will have where it is white space free, sorry, right here, white dash space free. And for the gap, let's change gap to 30. Good. Now we have a nice header. Let's close this, and we have a better looking header. And for the user, we need to add one more box, and let's call it U, Flex, AIC, and JCC. Here, Flex, it is for AIC is for align item centers, and JCC is for justify content center. And inside, let's add an avatar that is also from Zeus.js UI, and the avatar need a source, and the source will be the image. Okay, I have saved this image in temp.dp inside images, and let's add it, temp.dp.jpg, and save. If I reload, here is our image, and we need to test a couple of things, like if I add type, and type is avatar from Zeus.js dot, we have circle and square. If I add square, we have this square circle, square avatar, and by default it is circle. Save. There we go. And I guess our header is complete, and in next video we will continue with the landing page, which is this slider and these course listing.